What's going on, my lovely people? I am System Check 66. I am back with a new video. I've been gone for a long time, for a while. I was working on some Let's Plays, some PS2 Let's Plays, but in the meantime there was nothing much for me to sort of cover and talk about. My opinions on Gamescom 2021. Big pile of shit, personally. A few things that were alright. I guess Halo looked interesting, or the CGI trailer that they showed off looked interesting. But finally, we've got some news worth talking about, and something that I love talking about, and that's Resident Evil. So, we have new images, official images from the movie's website. It's gone live, apparently. We do get a first look at Leon Kennedy and Claire, played by Kea Scardero. That's the girl, the actress playing Claire. She looks cool. And we've got Evan Jogia playing Leon Kennedy. Right, so seeing them sort of dolled up in the outfits, how grimy everything looks. Like this looks like the prison cells, maybe, or the sewers. I've got to be honest, aesthetically, like I've said in previous videos, aesthetically it looks good, it looks decent. Leon's, he's alright, he's not big like I was expecting, maybe a little bit bigger, playing Leon Kennedy, but you want my honest opinion, my honest opinion, I actually don't think he looks that bad. I think he looks alright as Leon. Obviously, Kea Scardero, she looks cool as Claire. She does look good as Claire. They're using the Resident Evil 2 remake outfits, or as close as they can get to it. Then when we go down, we get our first look at Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield, and Albert Wesker. The mansion looks really good. I'm gonna admit that it looks really cool. Now, I don't expect everything to look identical, sort of, to the games, to the remakes or the originals. I think there's going to be some differences, but from what I'm seeing, kind of what the backgrounds look like, the environments, this looks really good as the mansion setting, definitely. So Chris, let's talk about Chris. Right, I have issues with Chris just because his voice is very soft, let's say that, and Chris's voice in the games is very gruff. Other than that, I think he really does fit the part. He looks like Chris. Yeah, good choice. I think that God, I'm trying to think now. I've gone ahead and forgot her name. Oh, Hannah John Carmen. I think that she looks good as Jill. However, I have a few issues. She's not wearing the outfit. She's not wearing Jill's outfit. Chris looks fine. They've made a few little changes here and there, which is to be expected. And Wesker's outfit looks perfectly fine. It's just the sort of dark navy blue uniform with the black vest on. But with Hannah John Carmen's outfit as Jill, the fact that she doesn't have the beret, like, she looks toned up and stuff. She looks cool. She looks like she's about to kick ass. Perfect physicality, but the outfit is not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me. And also the choice of guns is a bit weird. They're carrying MP5s. I think someone said in a video that I've watched, previous video. Like, originally they're only carrying either shotguns or the samurai edges. We do get a look at Richard Aiken in the background. He does have a shotgun, so that is cool. Like, because Richard Aiken carried a shotgun around, and you get it off him in the remake after the snake eats him, or the shark, depending on which character you're playing as. So Aiken looks cool. He's kind of wearing the yellow, vest top and shirt or whatever, and then the flak jacket. So yeah, they could have done more with Jill. I've got to be honest with you. They could have made her look a bit more like Jill, but it is what it is. But overall, the first few images, I actually think they look alright. I'm not gonna lie. I think it looks alright. I don't think it looks amazing. I think they could have done more, definitely. But I think they got the mansion spot on, and I think the outfits at least are like Star's outfits. So, it's just Jill's outfit that I think they kind of dropped the ball on 100%. But she is going to be playing a different sort of Jill, same as Chris, same as Wesker. William Birkin's going to be playing a different sort of like Birkin, and is it Donald Logue is playing Chief Irons, and he looks a lot younger than Chief Irons. So there's going to be some liberties taken, definitely. I think Leon looks cool. I do think he looks cool. And I think that, Scudero looks good as Claire. So not bad. We're going to go to the next one. I think this is a photo of, this is a photo of Lisa Trevor, but I've got a better one here. It's more zoomed in. Got some things to say about Lisa Trevor, unfortunately. Right, okay, here we go. We get a good look. So we can see that her arms are chained up, you know, like in the game. She's got like the nightgown, it's all torn and stuff. I think she looks creepy, but the face is a little too much. That's what I'm gonna say. We're not seeing the other side of that face, so we don't know if there is that, like, you know, in the game she has kind of like that shredded up skeletal sort of like look, and then she's got the face hanging off of her. So obviously we can't see that sort of side of it, but in terms of the mask, I think he looks a bit cheap. That's my honest opinion. You're only going to get my honest opinion on this channel, and I think it looks a bit cheap. It does look a bit silly, I'm not going to lie. Can't tell exactly where this is. It must be the mansion, but then again, it doesn't really look like the mansion. This looks more like the RPD. So, you know, the director has said that he's going to take some liberties with the source material. It's going to be a different take on the Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2 storylines. This all happens in one night, apparently, so there's that. But here's a synopsis for the actual film, or the new synopsis, sorry, if it will go to it. My computer seems to slow down when there's ads and stuff. There we go. Right, so bloody disgusting. Go down. Here's the terrifying official synopsis for the new Resident Evil movie, Welcome to Raccoon City. I have seen some shots of umbrella vehicles, Humvees, trucks, things like that, slapped with the umbrella symbol on the side of it, and they're all black, so they're all painted black, the Humvees and the trucks and stuff. It kind of reminds me of the remake Resident Evil 3, where you've got all the umbrella sort of trucks and stuff, the transport trucks underground, under the hospital. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, like back in the day, I know originally with Resident Evil 1.5, they were going to kind of have a lot of umbrella vehicles and shit, and their buildings and stuff plastered with the logo, but then they decided, just like the first game, to keep it all kind of low key. And even though you do get the umbrella logos around the city, they weren't ever shown off too much, if that makes sense. So in the film, you're just seeing so many vehicles and stuff and the umbrella symbol that yeah, I don't know, they should have toned it back a little bit, definitely toned it down, held back a little bit. So anyway, let's get into the synopsis. We learned just last night that Sony's Johannes Roberts directed film reboot Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City will now be releasing on November the 24th. So we've got a release date, so soon. And today the official plot synopsis has been revealed. As promised, the new movie will return us to the terrifying roots of the original video game series, particularly Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2. Now, a lot of people were saying to me about the reshoots and the fact we hadn't had a trailer and stuff. This is coming out in November. It's coming out November the 24th. There was trailers for Mortal Kombat way before the date that it was coming out. This is coming out very soon. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a couple of months before Mortal Kombat got released. I can't remember, but I just think with something that is a $1 billion earning franchise, they would have teased us a little bit. I mean, even Jurassic Park Dominion, or Jurassic World Dominion has released teaser trailers and stuff. But anyway, here's the full official synopsis. So, returning to the terrifying roots of the massively popular franchise, fan and filmmaker Johannes Roberts brings the games of the $1 billion franchise and the most successful video game adaptation in history to life for a whole new generation of fans. Only because Capcom sold it off left, right, and center. You know, they didn't hold back. That's the thing. But the old films did make a lot of money, so you know, there you go. Once the booming home of pharmaceutical giant Umbrella Corporation, Raccoon City is now a dying Midwestern town. The company's exodus left the city a wasteland with great evil brewing below the surface. When that evil is unleashed, the townspeople are forever changed, and a small group of survivors must work together to uncover the truth behind Umbrella and make it through the night. So that's confirmation that Jill and Chris are going to meet up with Leon and Claire, and Wesker's probably going to double cross them at some point. And they're going to bump into Irons, bump into William Birkin. You know, Richard Eichen, I'm guessing he dies like the first, I don't know, first few minutes, the first 20 minutes of the film, he's gonna die. A lot of people are confused as to whether Barry's going to show up and Rebecca. I don't think they are. I know Enrico Marini's in it. I can't remember the actor who's playing him, but he's in it. I know Ada Wong's in it. But, yeah, I don't think we're getting Barry and Rebecca. Sorry just to disappoint everyone. I mean, I could be surprised. Could surprise me. They could pop up in the film, turn up. But I doubt it. I also want to go back just quickly to a picture here, an image. Yeah, okay, so a few issues with Wesker that I didn't speak on just before we started to get into the synopsis. The haircut. Again, much like Jill, where's the big hair? Now, alright, okay, he's going to have some changes to him, definitely. But at least give him the sunglasses. Where's the sunglasses? If you're going to change the hair, cool. He's not going to grow it out, alright, whatever. Where's the sunglasses? Yeah? Is he going to have that weird mix of British and American accent, or that sort of high society American accent? We've got to see, but right now, I'm being honest with you, he could be just a random Stars member, and I wouldn't know the difference. So yeah, I don't know, the look of him, look of Jill, it's different. But, at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and say, the film could be really, really good, and this sort of stuff wouldn't really matter to me that much, too much. If it is good and it's its own take, its own thing. So yeah. So going back to this, confirmation that they all meet up at some point. Do I like that? Not really. Not really. I feel like they're rushing through the stories. They could have literally had one film at 1 hour and 20 minutes, something like that. The Suicide Squad recently was 2 hours and something, 2 hours and 10 minutes, wasn't it? Something like that. And it never felt slow-paced. Maybe the middle bit was a little bit slow-paced. They could easily make this film, I don't know, 1 hour 40? 1 hour 60 maybe? You know? And they could cover the whole of the first game. But instead they're trying to rush through it. So I'm not a big fan of that, got to be honest. We have the cast includes Kea Scalderio, as Claire Redfield. I haven't seen Crawl yet. It's one that I need to watch. Alongside Hannah John Carmen as Jill Valentine, Robbie Amell as Chris Redfield, Tom Hopper as Albert Wesker, Evan Jogia as Leon S. Kennedy, and Neil McDonough as William Birkin. Additionally, Donald Logue is playing Chief Irons in the origin story adaptation of the games that's set in Raccoon City in 1998. With this movie, I really want to go back to the original first two games and recreate a terrifying, visceral experience I had when I first played them, whilst at the same time telling a grounded human story about a dying, small American town that feels both relatable and relevant to today's audiences, said Roberts in a statement shared by Deadline. The movie will be releasing theatrically, and it's said to kick off a new universe inspired by storylines and characters from Capcom's classic Resident Evil games. So I think the trailer's going to get released soon. It has to, because it's coming out in November. And I think that's going to be that's going to be the make or break for it, I think. Just to start with, I mean, the film could come out, trailer could be alright, and the film could come out and be really, really good. That happens. It's happened before. My overall opinions. A lot of people seem to centre in on my opinion of the casting choices, the director choice. So let's get down to brass tacks. Let's get straight to it. People centering in on that stuff is stuff that I had to cover and talk about, and they are my opinions. My opinions on how I felt when I first heard the news and I first saw images and all this stuff. Make no mistake, I know who these actresses and actors are. Yeah, Kea Scalderio, Hannah John Carmen, Aven Jogia. I know those three actors more than the others. Donald Logue, I know more, and the guy playing William Birkin as well. I've seen them all in films. They're all perfectly fine actors. Was a bit iffy with Aven Jogia because I'd only seen him in Double Tap, Zombieland Double Tap. He's playing like this jokey, like hippie and stuff, and I was like, can't see him as Leon, yeah. But then I saw a clip of him from a show, really, really good. Had the intensity, the real grit to it. Like he can do a serious role. He can inject a little bit of comedy into it as well. So he's quite a ranged actor. Now, in that clip I saw, he's a lot more hench, a lot bigger. Yeah. Here he looks super skinny as Leon. That's one issue I do have. Does he look good in the uniform, holding the gun, and do you know what I mean? And how he looks? Yeah, he looks perfectly fine. He looks good, right? Let's get rid of this shit. Yeah. But he is super skinny, and Leon has always been quite big. Like, so that's the only issue I have. Like, he's very slender. That's one problem. And the thing is, I've seen him sort of like a lot bigger in the clip I saw. But that's my 2 cents on everything. I think they all look cool. They all look badass. They look like they're ready to fuck some zombies up, and that's cool. It looks infinitely better than anything we've ever had before. You know, even the CG films haven't been as close to this in terms of recreating Resident Evil, that vibe and that feel. And I do feel like this has that old gothic architectural feel, and then we've got the dingy basement sort of location up top. If my computer will let me go up, but it probably won't. No, it's just decided to die. But anyway, we don't need to keep going back to it. So that dingy location up top, that's cool. Like, I think that all looks good. The way Leon and Claire are standing there, you know, all looks cool. I don't know what this is saying. Whatever. So my overall thoughts are, it looks infinitely better than anything we've had before in terms of a film recreating the games. Things I'm pissed off at. Let's just exit the page. Who gives a shit? Things I'm annoyed by. No Barry Burton. No Rebecca Chambers. Where's Enrico Marini? Do they find him later on? Why are they smashing two stories together that could be told in one film? Bit confusing, right? They're all going to meet up at some point. I don't really like that, because the whole point of Code Veronica's story was that Chris went to rescue Claire. Claire originally wanted to rescue Chris, got captured by Umbrella. Then Chris, I don't know what the hell's going on with this page, fuck it. Then Chris instead ends up rescuing Claire, right? Well, we're not going to really get that. We're not really going to get that here, because they all meet up anyway. Yeah. How's Jill going to be left behind to face off against the Nemesis if she's with, like, more survivors? So are they just going to go left field? Are they making this just to draw fans in, and then they're going to go all action packed, just like the last series of films did? Is it going to be copying Resident Evil 4? You know, that storyline? What's going to be happening? That's what I want to know. So, Lisa Trevor, I don't know. This is a hard one. The face, the body and stuff looks cool, but I would have liked a bit more, like, sort of rotting skin on the arms. But no, it's decent. But the face is just, I don't know. It doesn't creep me out. It doesn't scare me. But we're gonna have to see. Maybe this part, because we can't see it. This is gruesome. So, this is a tough one. I'm conflicted. The film, you know, half of me is like, this looks quite faithful. They're still going to fuck around with it, definitely. But it looks maybe as faithful as I think we're going to get at this point in time. And then the other half of me is like, this could be really shit. This could be a big pile of shit. You know, in the words of Ian Malcolm, that's a big pile of shit. But yeah, like, that's where I'm at the moment. I'm conflicted. So it's all going to hinge on the trailer. I want to see the trailer now. It's been a long time coming. I hope they release it soon rather than later, and we can really get an idea for how it looks, you know, in motion. I remember when I first watched the first Resident Evil trailer, I was a lot younger, and I remember seeing the licker crawling across the wall, and, you know, and the zombies like going to bite people, and just some of the action that was taking place. And I remember being like I remember being in the same mindset of being a bit conflicted, and the fact it's Resident Evil live action on film, you know, that that excited me. So I was a lot younger, so I'm a lot more jaded now that I'm older. And the fact is, I can always just go back. We can always just go back to the games. They've all been released on the PS4. Succeeds, and it is it's a different take on it, and it handles everything well. Which I personally, that side of me, that side that I said's conflicted, that side that's looking at it very jaded, with jaded eyes. That side of me is thinking, yeah, they're not gonna have it right. They're gonna fuck it up. That's the side of me that's like, nah, it's not gonna be good. But the other side of me is a bit more. Well, no, it's a bit less. But that side of me is like, they could pull it off. Anyway, I will cover the trailer when it comes out. It's gonna be a big thing because I've made so many videos on this, so it's gonna be big for me. I'll keep you guys updated. Let me know what you think about the new official images that have been released in the comments section down below. He's already said this is this is a retelling of Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2, and I'm on board for that because I've always said, show me something new, not something that I've already seen, and played through or watched before, and that's what he's doing. So, fingers crossed. We'll have to see. I'm gonna leave it there. For whatever reason, my pages have become unresponsive. Yeah. Anyway, as you can see, I've got rid of those pages. I think my computer's going to be doing an update. So yeah. Anyway, you don't want to care about all that shit. Like I said, if you enjoyed the video, leave me a like. If you want to subscribe to the channel for more Resident Evil news, more Welcome to Raccoon City news, which I'm going to be covering, then subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Insta at SystemCheck66. Follow me on Twitter at SystemCheck66. All that good stuff. And yeah, keep up to date with me. Until next time, I've been SystemCheck66. Have a good rest of your day. I hope this film is good. I want it to be good. Let's get that straight. And I know you guys do as well. So, fingers crossed. Anyway, take it easy. I'm out of here. Peace.